Okay, hello friends. This video is going to be more for your mommies and daddies or anyone who is going to help you with the work that I'm posting on Visual. So the work that you're going to see on Visual for some assignments, especially in math, you're going to look at it and you're going to think, how is my kid going to do this? And just with the information that's on the screen, they're most likely not going to be able to navigate it. So you're going to want to get some sort of whiteboard, just white paper and pencils, white paper and crayons, something like that, and modify it a little bit before they start entering their answers on the website. So I'm going to give you a few examples, and some examples are going to apply to your student, and then other examples aren't, and you'll know what I mean once we get started. So some of the assignments, again, I'm just talking about specifically math, are going to, just for addition, for example, are going to have visuals available. So you could have your kid just touch and count right there on the screen, or you can blow it up a little bit bigger on, like I said, a whiteboard or a piece of paper or whatever. So if they had, I know one of the more simple addition assignments on the website is just addition within 10. So they could have 4 plus 2. And then you're going to want to draw that out further for them. And I always try to keep the visuals that we're writing for them just simple. Like, I just do dots. I'm not going to do any elaborate, like if the story is about apples, I'm not going to draw an apple. I'm just going to draw a dot. And I always try to keep them in a organized tens frame format, and I'll show you what that means. So for 4, if I was going to keep them in just an organized tens frame format, I'm just going to do 4 dots right in a row. And then often I'll change the color. You don't have to get this fancy, but it does help some of our kids with differentiating between the 2 sets of numbers. So sometimes I'll change the color for the next 2. And then I'll have the student touch and count. So if you're using a whiteboard, a lot of the kids like to actually touch the ink. And that's fine. That's one-to-one correspondence. That's actually good practice. Gets a little messy, but it's really not a big deal. As long as you're okay with it, a lot of our kids like it. So then I would have them touch and count. And again, you're going to have to think about what level of assistance they're going to need. And if you have any questions, you can just ask me about what we do in the classroom. Some friends you're going to need to hand over hand prompt them to touch. Some friends you can model. Some friends you can just gesture. And some friends just touch and count. And they have great one-to-one correspondence already. So you'll have them touch and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then most of our friends, as you know, are not writing yet. So you're going to write for them 6. Or if you want to take it a step further, you can write 2 or 3 options down here, like 2, 7, and 6, and ask them to touch. And then once they touch, then you can go back to the Visual website and actually touch help them touch the correct answer on the website format, so that they can hear the celebration, the clapping, or the confetti, or whatever it may be. For some of our other students, as far as addition, we've been using what's called touch math, and I'm going to upload just a visual about what each number needs to look like in order to access the touch math kind of concepts. So for some of our kids, we've been using this, and it's been really successful. And again, you're going to know if this pertains to your child as soon as you see it. So if we were doing, 17 plus 5. We don't do anything with this first number at all. We only do the touch math on the second number. So we put the dots on for them to touch and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, you do that for them. And then they can count on 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Hey, Mommy, I don't have a squishy here.
And then again, they hold on one second, babe. And then they can, again, go back onto Visual and press that that option that's there. And again, just use your judgment on what level of assistance they might need, and just use your best judgment. And if you have any questions, just email me and I'll be able to answer. But a lot of information that you're probably going to want to refer to is on their IEP. So if you have a copy of that at home, that'll have all your answers. And again, if you have any questions, just ask. And then for any subtraction that we have on any of the visual assignments, we've just been using the, counting off method. So if you have 8 minus 4, you're going to draw 8 dots. And this is where I'll show you where the tens frame format comes in. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down to the second row, 6, 7, 8. And that's going to be your first set. And then you're going to cross off 4 of those. And we always start as bottom to the right as you can get. And scratch off 4, or you can erase 4, whatever's easier for you, whatever you're using, pencil or a whiteboard, whatever works. But you'll get the concept. So we're going to cross off 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to count what we have left, and that's going to be our answer. So again, you can be as visual as you can be. If you have crayons, markers, color pencils, a whiteboard, whatever, to try to make it as engaging as you can. And then we're going to count, touch and count again. 1, 2, 3, 4. The answer is 4. And then again, go back to Visual and let them press the correct answer so that they can experience the celebration, whatever it is. So if you have any questions, just email me and let me know.